The gates of Hades journey to the underworld's edge. Imagine a place where the sun never shines, where the river of sorrow flows, and where the dead are judged for all eternity. It is the underworld, a realm ruled by the god Hades, a place spoken of in hushed tones by the ancient Greeks. But what if the underworld wasn't just a mythological concept? What if, scattered across the globe, there exist real, physical locations, caverns, lakes, and chasms that the ancients believed were actual gateways to the realm of the dead? Tonight, on Enigma Unlocked, we leave the world of the living behind and embark on a terrifying journey to the edge of the abyss. The gates of Hades journey to the underworld's edge. Prepare to cross the River Styx and confront the great unknown. Our fascination with the afterlife and the realm of the dead is a fundamental human trait. But for the ancient Greeks, the underworld was a tangible, geographically real place. It was a dark mirror of the world above, with its own rivers, fields, and cities. The entrance, the gates of Hades, was not a metaphorical concept but a physical location on Earth. And countless myths tell of heroes and mortals who dared to venture there and return. The journey to the underworld was a perilous one. Our soul's first challenge was to cross the River Styx, the boundary between the living and the dead. To do this, they needed to pay a ferryman named Charon with a coin, the obol, placed under the tongue of the deceased. This is the origin of the ancient Greek burial practice of placing a coin in the mouth of the dead. A ritual that wasn't just symbolic, but a very real preparation for a very real journey. Beyond the river lay the three-headed dog Tartarus, the guardian of the gates, who allowed all to enter but none to leave. And beyond him lay the ultimate destination, the fields of Elysium for the virtuous, the asphodel meadows for the common souls, and the terrifying Tartarus, a place of eternal punishment for the wicked. This wasn't just a belief, it was a cosmic geography, a map of the afterlife that guided their lives and their fears. But where were these gates? Ancient Greek authors and poets, from Homer to Virgil, described them as real places on Earth, often associated with deep caves, volcanic chasms, or mysterious lakes that seemed to have no bottom. Were these just flights of fancy? Or were these places so strange, so terrifying, that they truly believed they were the entrances to the realm of the dead? To find the gates of Hades, we must travel to the very places the ancients wrote about. Our first stop is the ancient city of Cumae in Italy, home to the Cumaean Sibyl, a priestess who served Apollo and was a guide for mortals who wished to enter the underworld. According to Virgil's epic poem, the Aeneid, the hero Aeneas travels here to find the entrance to the underworld, a deep, smoking cavern known as the Cave of the Sibyl. This isn't just a myth. The Cave of the Sibyl is a real place, a long, dark, man-made tunnel carved into the rock. And while it may not be a literal entrance to Hades, its mysterious, foreboding atmosphere and its association with a seer who could speak to the dead would have made it a terrifyingly real threshold for the ancients. It's a place where the veil between worlds felt incredibly thin. Our journey continues to the shores of ancient Greece, to the shores of the River Styx, often identified as a real river in modern-day Greece. The name Styx itself means river of woe, and in ancient times, Its dark, sluggish waters and foreboding gorges made it the perfect candidate for the mythological River Styx. The Necromantian of the Aegean, a temple dedicated to the underworld gods, was a place where mortals could travel to consult with the dead. A real-life location for a very mythological purpose. But perhaps the most chilling candidate of all is Ploutonion at Hierapolis, in modern-day Turkey. This was an ancient temple dedicated to the god Pluto, the Roman equivalent of Hades. The temple was built around a deep chasm from which a poisonous gas, high in carbon dioxide, would constantly emanate. Birds and animals that ventured too close would instantly die, a phenomenon the ancients believed was the deadly breath of Hades himself. It was a real-world place of death and dread, and to the ancients, it was an undeniable gateway. These were not just stories, they were real, tangible places of fear and mystery. They were the places where the living and the dead could, perhaps, truly meet. But why did the ancient Greeks believe so fervently in these physical gates? This is where the enigma begins to deepen. This wasn't just a matter of superstition. It was a reflection of their deep, cosmological understanding of the world. For them, the underworld was not a distant, ethereal place, but a part of the earth itself, a mirror image of the world above. The gates to it were not metaphorical, they were physical portals, real places that connected the two realms. This leads us to a profound and disturbing possibility. What if the myths of the underworld weren't just a way to explain death, but a distorted memory of a real-world cataclysm? What if these gates were not entrances to a mythical realm, but entrances to the real, physical remnants of an ancient, pre-cataclysmic civilization? The idea of a hollow earth is a recurring theme in many myths. From the underworld of the Greeks to the Agatha of Buddhist and Hindu, could these legends be a collective memory at a time when humanity, or a lost civilization, truly ventured into the depths of the earth, only to be trapped there? The gates of Hades could be the last surviving memory of these journeys, a warning against venturing into a world that was lost to a global disaster. The underworld, in this view, is not a place of the dead, but a place of the forgotten. It is a memory of a time when the Earth's interior was not a mystery, but a reality, and the souls of the dead are not spirits, but the last surviving members of a forgotten civilization, a world that was lost to time, and now exists only in the shadows of our myths. The chilling reality is that the mysteries of our own planet, from the deep ocean to the Earth's core, are still largely unexplored. We know more about distant galaxies than we do about the world right beneath our feet. Is it so unbelievable to think that some of our myths, particularly those about subterranean worlds and the realm of the dead, are rooted in a deep, scientific reality that we have simply lost the key to? The psychological and cultural impact of these gates of Hades is a testament to their power. As a symbol, they represent the ultimate confrontation with our own mortality, our fear of the unknown, and our deep-seated desire to know what happens after we die. They are a tangible representation of the threshold between life and death. In ancient Greek culture, the journey to the underworld was the ultimate test of a hero's courage and a rite of passage. Heroes like Orpheus and Heracles ventured there and returned, proving their strength and earning their place in the pantheon of legends. The myth is not just a story about death. but a story about life, about the triumph of the human spirit over fear and mortality. The very existence of these gates, both mythological and real, forces us to confront our own relationship with death. We are a species that has been defined by our fear of the unknown, and the gates of Hades represent the ultimate unknown. They are a reminder that no matter how much we progress, how much we explore, there will always be a final, inevitable journey that we must all take. The mystery of the gates of Hades, it seems, is not in their physical location, but in their powerful symbolism. They are a reminder that the line between myth and reality is often blurred, and that the greatest mysteries of our world may not be in the heavens above, but in the depths below. So, what are we to conclude from the myths, the archaeological sites, and the enduring power of these legends? Did a realm of the dead truly exist, with physical gates on Earth? Or are these just terrifying legends born from our fear of the unknown? The answer remains elusive, shrouded in the mists of time and the depths of our planet. But perhaps the true power of this enigma isn't in finding a definitive answer, but in the journey of asking the questions. The moment we stop questioning, we stop truly exploring. The gates of Hades have kept their secret for millennia. Now, it's our turn to keep looking, keep theorizing, and keep the enigma alive. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey to the edge of the underworld. Your curiosity fuels our quest to uncover the unknown. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mythology and history of the afterlife, please give this video a like. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to Enigma Unlocked for more journeys into the bizarre, the unexplained, and the history they don't want you to know. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.